office of Fania herself, with a note that you could do with learning a few more skills. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will become. Keep checking from time to time on what new skills you are able to learn. The more skills you learn.
Okay. So I've got 6 skill points. Can't. Not a lot. A little bit. It seems most of these basic things are just given to you for free now. I'm sure you used to have to spend no points on them. Okay. It's going to take a while to pick up a lot of these. Okay.
The more skills you learn, the stronger.
Eden's living relic! You should have sent word to arrive safely. We were worried sick. We thought the imps had dragged you off to their cave. We're just about ready to send you off with a proper funeral rites, spoons and all. Would you have preferred a wooden spoon? I guess we go to ask you instead, which one would you pick?
Spoons, Lucky? You know quite a lot about foreign customs. Hiding a secret lover more than anyone in common, always?
Ahem! They granted an audience. Let us not keep the princess waiting now.
I suppose we'll find her in her tent, where she always is.
Absolute rule on Serelia. Faith. Our faith in him, and his faith in us. I too demonstrated the capacity for good faith when I sent you off, and your favorable outcome is proof that my faith in you is rewarded. Does this not make me a most favorable counterpart to his lordship? Am I mistaken, my dear one? I place my faith in your good judgment as well, though those results currently seem to be less than favorable. My wagon, the finest Calphonian craftsmanship in pieces. The black stones that were the sole reason for me funding this excavation absent. Do you think I poured out such funding so that you could go dig up these worthless pebbles?
Apologies, Your Highness. As speculated, the depths of the chamber indeed held black stones, but was merely the empty remains of the stones, after the black spirits sealed within had consumed all of their power.
You don't look like an adult half-wit. Cut the spiritual nonsense and speak with some sense. You're professionals, are you not? You are being paid as such. With that payment comes the expectation of results, not half-baked excuses about spirits. Do you think these results will welcome me into Lord Jordine's strong embrace? Must I be ever haunted by the shadow of disappointment I'll cast across his chiseled face?
You're a bit of a pain in the ass, aren't you?
You've lost your memories, haven't you? Congratulations on your first castigation. It can be a burden to earn a living at times, though it strikes me as odd. I heard all the black stones excavated in Serendia are being shipped directly to... Is this Jordine fellow making his own fiancée aid another nation in gathering black stones?
Since there aren't any black stones left in the stone chamber, I guess it's time that we set off for another excavation site. One possessed by a black spirit may briefly gain great power and wisdom, but their ultimate fate is to succumb to its darkness and become a monstrosity. I pray you remain on the right path, for anything so easily gained can also be easily lost.
Stop sharing them, my boy. Keep your mind and body sharp, and there's nothing to fear. Next time we meet, let's go grab a pint together.
Sounds a wonderful idea. Okay, that's quite good. The next time I can just skip those bits.
From our first encounter, I knew there was more to you than meets the eye. If you live as long as I do, you become quick to spot these things. I have a proposal for you. What say you to working for Her Royal Highness, Princess Durrett?
Got any choice in this? I do. Fealty to some lowly human.
I understand. Go seek out Captain Cliff. He will take into consideration your efforts in saving the soldiers from the imps.
Still auto run, that's quite good. Yeah, not particularly far bad. And let me just put my inventory. I've got some more armor to put on.
We are currently tasked with finding the source of all this chaos. The very leader of the imps himself, Red Nose. He suddenly appeared one day and kicked all the goblins out. Now he's been sighted launching small-scale raids into the settlements nearby. So, you ingratiated yourself to an officer. Think you can now somehow barge in our war council, ignoring procedure, ignoring rank. You've greatly overestimated the value of your so-called skills. And I'm afraid Officer Mania's eye for quality soldiers has greatly diminished.
Turn over there, kill some imps. We can do that. So, remember some of the commands. The new skill is shift right left. Good. Okay. Oh, it's showing me some combos now. Oh, that's quite good. We also want to use auto scripting.
Without your aid, this would have been quite the bloodbath indeed. I think Captain Cook will definitely reconsider his words. Let's use this momentum to track down Red Nose. You won't be able to deny your existence. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you will not fear the result of 100 battles. However, we still don't know much about Red Nose. A few days ago, some of our soldiers encountered Red Nose. Not everyone made it out. Perhaps you can speak to the lucky ones who did. I will be waiting. What?
Just a second. I can press the right button, I think.
nose was so incredibly red.
What?
Imagine a ripe tomato. Now just imagine it red. I was patrolling the northern forest, and I felt a cold energy behind me. When I turned around, I saw an imp the size of an house. I knew straight away it was Red Nose. Boy, that imp was strong. He pulled out a sword as big as I am. He was pretty agile too, considering his giant physique and all. He sprung at me like a frog. I nearly died that day. I reckon that's what getting hit by a gold-laden wagon feels like. Look, if you want to find out more, go to me.
Yes.
The armor, useless after the beating it took. I disposed of it. But whatever odds and ends I found in the sea, I put in a box.
Okay.
The armor. This? What's this doing here? This belongs to one of our rookies, Murray.
Okay.
No, that's not mine. You've got the wrong idea. I had nothing to do with that skirmish. Well, I mean, I did, but not on purpose. I was off duty, heading into Velia. They've got this smoked chicken. My wife is pregnant and she loves this stuff. Anyway, I spotted an imp wandering alone, sort of drunk-looking, stumbling about with a crooked nose. Well, this is rather embarrassing, but I picked him on the head and said, "Hey, pal, you red nose or something? Skulking about all alone here?" I started to wait beneath me. I swear, red nose really appeared. I didn't think, I just ran for my life.
You started this whole commotion. You didn't even have the dragon eggs to reverse it. You'll face a military tribunal for this.
Okay, let me just take a moment here to see what I've got set in all my different inventories. I've played for a while. I've got a little pet there, which is probably something I should take out at some point. I'm not quite sure where that will come from. Okay, a lot of things I can claim here will pop up for most people, I think, but that's them. I don't know where I got those from. But then at this point, always worth getting the loyalties. You can trade those in things. Yeah, I don't honestly know what a lot of these things are. There's like the short. Increase scrolls. Okay, so what is in my mail? Okay, there's a lot of things that are expiring, so I need to pick these up. these are some of the things that I've got from codes that are currently available. I'm not very sure what Bartali's chocolates do. Something in the packs I'll need to open. So they're combat and skill XP buffs. I should probably just throw them on all the time, I thought. Okay, this is honestly know what I use that for. I think it's pretty important. I'm probably going to run out of space before I do all these, and I'll have to pop my inventory expansion coupons. There's some calcium ball things that I got from coupons as well. Okay, and then plus a lot of these are premium items which go into a separate inventory. Constance, I'm not quite sure where they came from this. I'm assuming it must have been the calcium ball things. Just a second. Have a lot of stuff here. And again, I'm imagining it came from codes that I got at different points. Okay, so this is where I transferred, because the game didn't used to be run by Pearl Abyss, it used to be Cacao Games, I think, and so that was when I transferred over. I don't think I've actively played on this account since then. That's the sort of age we're talking about here. And there's a lot of good stuff in that though. I'll certainly come that later on. I don't think that's much use for it. One now. So we will pop those two, and we'll probably be able to pop these chocolates. So they give me combat XP. Energy. One. Life XP. Not doing any gathering stuff. XP. We'll pop me chocolates. Use without them because I'm giving some more flour. Yeah, make sure I've got one on each side. Combat XP, I'll pick some of that up as I go and to do quests. Some of them give combat XP.
It was all Morrow's doing. I'll think about that later. Let's move on to our next task. The important thing now is distracting the imps. The imp expert has to go up for the task, don't you?
I have a better weapon there. I think we got... that must have been a weapon. So, the drop rate is not much use for me at this point in the game. Shame they don't stack. Dean energy, that's of no use to me at the moment. Okay, so I need to go and defeat a load of imps, which should be fairly easy. So it says to well, that's now need to go and find the expert. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay.
It's you, the living relic. Don't look so surprised. Eden won't shut up about you. Look here, I've caught a useful prisoner. Exactly how is a trade secret. But the shop is ready to be really blown away. My prisoner is an imp who can speak the common.
I don't know my boss is. My boss told me go to places.
Hey, you even told me that you are an expert on this. Why don't you show what you've got?
Boss hideout is.
And I shouldn't have wasted my time capturing.
You think I do? I get caught like this? Wow. Look at the brains of this beanstalk. You think his imps are stupid? Red nose or blue nose, the beanstalk asks, without even thinking to ask about Tiny Nose.
Oh, Tiny Nose. Who's Tiny Nose?
What? I said nothing. Imps are extremely loyal to one another. Red nose will defeat Gieth and bring endless abundance. Wolfie? Red nose and Tiny Nose are brothers! Yes!
Well, the chef might have some leftover.
Tiny Nose is always down at the cave. One bite. Sweet Tiny Nose. He's clever. He makes deals with beanstalks like you. Beanstalks give delicious cooked wolfie to Tiny Nose. He loves it. In return, Tiny Nose gives mineral wagons to humans. Meat. Succulent wolf meat.
There must be more to it. I must let our captain know. I think I know how the imps got a hold of weapons.
I will look for traces of Red Nose near that cave over there. You should be Tiny Nose.
I'm sure I should. Yeah, we'll bosh things.
My wagons! Hey, you! We'll see about this. I'll tell my boss everything. Huh? You want to destroy this cave? You must not! My job! What is it that you want? Our boss! You want to hear about Red Nose? One rainy day, he was wiping away his tears in seclusion after being roughed out for his shiny schnoz, when he was discovered by a man wrapped in black robes. He opened his hand to reveal a wishing black stone. Red Nose prayed before this man clad in black. I wish for the power to flatten everyone's noses. Hearing Red Nose's words seething with hatred, the man gave him the black stone in return for a promise. You see that large stone over there with the mark on it? Will have to fight alongside you one day. Rest your cat.
Stones are the source of its existence. All things accounted for. Of course I know about black stones. I told you, even and I were acquainted. Now, let's review the information we've gathered up until now. Normally, Red Nose is average in size, but grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. How might we prod him into such a state?
Just for a recap, those just joining, what we're doing here is we are starting a new account on Black Desert. I've played a little bit in the past, played a little bit on this account, but not for quite a long time now. So I've just decided, I've heard good things about the story and the improvements that have been made in 2023, so I thought I'd dive in and see what it's like. Quite on the start, for those of you who know the story, we've only just started. These will be posted on YouTube as well afterwards.
I'd almost forgotten the magical power of mockery. Good. Now it's my turn.
It's quite surprising how much of an improvement they've made to the story since I last played this. It was very much before, you know, there were a couple of fetch quests and things, a little bit of information, but not really anything that was held together into a coherent story. It was just to go out and grind, which is great. That's why people love BDO. But no, it's brilliant to have such good story built around it now as well.
You can see here traces of Red-Nose's hopping mad rampage. Gruesome scene. Those soldiers were someone's husband or brother. I was racking my brain over how to hunt down Red-Nose, but black stones being the source of his power may just be the key. Take this potion. You'll be able to follow the energy signature of black stones. What? You think I'm trying to poison you?
I'll be honest, you know, the guy I've only just met is giving me potions, but there you go. Well, give it a go. Why not?
Oh, can you see it? Those are his tracks. Follow them and it should lead straight to his hideout. Hold on, don't touch it. The energy that comes from Blackstones is very dangerous.
I do like the black spray guy, it's quite good.
I dare say, did you just lick that? Not the strangest tracking technique I've seen.
So what's it to you, fella, if we're licking footsteps? That's just totally fine, surely.
It's Red-Nose's hideout. Why don't you take a step back? Bania's soldiers will be here soon. It's best to fight together.
Okay, I'll just shout at him, shall we? Okay, so my recollection is that this is the first boss fight that you come across. Previously didn't have any of the story around it. It's really great to see that developers have made these changes to the game. I'm assuming it's just built to the Western market, I'm kind of sure. Thank you for the follow. I thought I had some things on that popped up. I'm not sure whether they showed up or not. It's great to have you with us. As you can see, my follow goal is quite small at the moment, but it's great to have people join me and stuff. Press the wrong button. So this character I'm currently playing is one of the new characters I've not experienced before. My understanding is she's in this one of the new characters in BDO for Box. She is imbued, I think that's the right word, with the fox sport, which I think is what he's starting. Sorry, excuse me, just need to try and stone things right. Oh no, I didn't make it up. The red bits, which is a fairly standard MMO thing. I've lost him even when he's not. Good. Oh, thank you very much there. Yes, I think I'm going to need quite a lot of luck with my video journey. It's a vast game. It's absolutely huge. You know, I've been following video streams for quite a while. Played a little bit on another account. You know, I've got a character up to I think like 16. But you know, the depth of this game is just vast. How do you play yourself? There's a fairly large video community Okay, I think, to be honest, from my understanding of the game, I think you probably do right there. I know there are a lot of people who really have had a video, but I think you kind of have to play it casually, don't you? Because it's fast. But if you were to just continually do that grind, I think you would burn out. Okay. That's thanks for that. I will do that as we speak. Is the music volume alright? Is it just the game sound that's too loud? Yeah, it's certainly when the combat music and things step in as well. I imagine that's quite loud. You'll have to let me know if that's any better. I've pulled it down to about 60% now, so hopefully that will solve the problem. That's great to know. It's very difficult to set these things up. I'm quite new to streaming, so it's really helpful feedback. Thanks very much. Okay, so that's someone else's red nose. Okay.
You not only tracked down Red Nose's hideout, but defeated him all on your
own. So what character do you play in video? Do you have many, or you just generally have a single main?
How would you feel about putting your potential to better use? The people could use a champion like you. I'll inform his lordship of your interest.
If you would just hand over the black stone that was in Red Nose's possession.
Yeah, I think when people get into BDO, that's the way it goes, isn't it? I think most people generally roll one of every character. It's certainly one of the things that I'm looking at. You know, obviously I'm doing this introduction to what the game's like now in 2023, because I've heard really good things about how the story's changed and how the story actually exists. You know, last time I played this, it was just a series of fetch quests ultimately that were we're chaining together a load of grinding. The story so far has been much better. The cutscenes are great. So yeah, I think when, you know, as I go on, I probably will start some season characters as well, just to funnel some of the season gear. Obviously converting that into the boss gear, into my main and things. But ultimately, I just want to play through the stories to start with, and just do these demos for people who are perhaps new to the game as well, like me, and ultimately probably learn from people like you who know a lot more about the game.
Tinian's information was instrumental to defeating Red Nose, but he is also directly to blame for drawing out.
It is, and to be honest, I enjoy the grind. I do like the grind that comes with BDO. But having the story, it's a great entry to the game. It is a great entry to the game. But yeah, I'm under no illusions as to how grindy it is. I'm not so much one for the RNG. I think probably most of my stuff I'll not be making my own. I'll be much more likely to be buying it off the market, and with that comes the grinding to make the silver to do that, obviously. I think you're probably right, and my understanding is now that you can skip most of the story on your newer characters. I'm not entirely sure, because it's not something I've done so far, but that's my understanding of it, is you can skip that and just grind ultimately to get your levels up.
We've lost track of Red Nose. We must keep seeking the stone that consumed.
Okay, so you still do have to do some of the story, is that right? And then you can just skip other bits. Okay.
Velia, go to Alustin, a wise man there, and report to him on the situation regarding the stone.
Oh right, okay. I don't think I've ever hit 61 any characters I've played in the past. So yeah, the idea to hit that in a day is quite going at it, isn't it? But yeah, ultimately, I don't, like you say, I don't imagine you can do that just from the story. You're going to have to grind at that point, aren't you? Training dummies as well, are they still a thing? I know that a lot of people use the training dummies for levelling up. Certainly in the earlier levels, I know that used to be a big thing. Well, yeah, I'm quite excited to do some of the bigger grinds as well. That I did start in when I played this previously, you know, for doing grinds for pushing pieces and things like that. No, I didn't mean trading. Sorry, no, it's these training dummies, scarecrows. I think you used to be able to fight. I don't know if you can still do that. That used to be a great way to level up. You used to get these books, and you used to be able to just AFK train, fundamentally leave the game running in the background. I'm not entirely sure it's much fun, but it was a way to level up characters. Yeah, that's still a thing. That's good. Yeah. I might be using those at some point, I just don't know, to be honest. It's, like I say, it's more getting back into the game. I tried to play on my old account. I've got two accounts because I got my Steam account a long time ago. This is the one I'm playing on now. Didn't really get into the game, it just didn't click for me. But then I got a free game when Pearl Abyss took over. That they gave it away as a Twitch drop. They gave the base game away as a Twitch drop, so I had 2 copies of the game. I played on that account for quite a while, got some up to, I think, about level 60, and then just dropped off. So I've started on the Steam game. I deleted the characters I did have. Started on the Steam game just to have that full new player experience. So I've probably got little things. I've got a couple of pets. I've got things that have been given away on Twitch drops and things like that. But predominantly it's a blank account, which is, I thought, a great way to get back into the game. As I say, my old account, I had leveled up at the 60 character. I've not, I've not spent huge amounts of time in there. Yeah, I've heard about the season servers. I thought about doing the season servers. I know there's one starting next week. There's a certain irony that I decided to start the week before a season server started. I think it is likely that I will use season servers to grind the better armours that I can then puddle into the main. So yeah, I think I probably will be doing that, because my understanding is if you You get loads of free stones on the season servers that allow you to upgrade your season gear, and then you can trade that in. Is that right, for boss gear? Oh, if you could, that'd be great. Yeah, if you could explain how those work, that would be brilliant.
Sage Elucidin is waiting. We sincerely welcome to Bella.
This says that Red Nose has been defeated.
If that's the case, why the hell's this village still in this state? Right, there's no drafting soldiers. How about you?
Oh, okay. So he gets the tech accessories for completing the season. Is that right? Just for having taken part in it.
What did I tell Helen? To think I'd be widowed at my age.
So the 4 you get is 1 for each season. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Not waited here will be free from that curse, and yet here we are in another trap.
Aye, and the chief's granddaughter's coming of age this year.
Oh no, I've never shown too.
What's the meaning of all this?
The trade wagon that left yesterday has been raided again.
Our Daryl's been several times with us.
Okay, I know of the AP and DP and the different weapons you can get. I know the basis of it. I don't know the caps and things these days. Just my knowledge is basically get the biggest number you can. I think that's probably the way to go, isn't it? And I know that obviously then influences which areas you can grind. Okay, so ultimately you'd say probably when the next season comes out, it's worth rushing a season character and to make sure that you've got that gear so that you can then start the mid area grinding. Is that right? I'm assuming it's just quicker. That's my understanding of it. It's just a quicker way to level up than playing on the normal servers. I am on one of the novice servers here, which I know gives you more XP. Okay, so just then pick up the seasons as you've gone through it and as you start to get into it. That makes sense.
Welcome, adventurer. You seem to bear a dark energy, eons old. I am an alchemist who feels the charm.
Yeah, so I think what would probably be sensible then is if I just go through on this character as I plan to do, and then maybe not this season that's about to start, but the season after, pick up season character. Okay, I understand that PvP and things were a lot more common historically, but I think my understanding was that that's a bit better now. Is that right, or is it still full open world PvP? Right, so that's just someone coming along and just killing you where you are just because they can. Right, okay, so it's still full open world PvP. Understand. Do you get that a lot? Do you get a lot of people that just come in and just, you know, have fun just trashing new players? My understanding was that I remember that there used to be a karma system. Does that work? Is that still something that's quite effective?
To cause such noticeable mutations in his physical appearance means that the black stone is of extremely high purity. To have such an item in his possession, this man clad in black, we should not take him lightly.
Okay, what's the polite way of doing things then? It'd be good to know that before I don't. Certainly don't make many mistakes on that side of things, because I think there's very few people I'd be able to defeat in PvP at this point.
I would like you to assist my other daughter in investigating this matter. However, let us speak on this.
Oh right, okay, so that's for the grinder. Yeah, I remember the duel for spot was a thing before. Yeah, no, I understand that. That's good. Now, I am back in Velia, so I know before I trashed my old characters that I had on this account, I did put stuff into storage here and into the central market. So it's probably worth me dropping into if I've got horses and things like that. Oh right, okay. So fundamentally, if someone challenges me to grind for a spot, they get it. Sounds like the way it's going to go. I know previously you used to be able to switch servers. I'm assuming that's still a thing. You can just switch out of there and play on a different one. Right, again, yeah. There's season, so you've not got that issue.
They're basically
Yeah.
just watered-down versions of Florence's potions anyway.
Eileen, save your sales pitch.
Another one? But I just finished the last one. Can't Florence just swoop in and save the day?
Well, if you don't want this opportunity to meet a black spirit host in the flesh.
Dreamy eyes. Nothing like the vacant corpse-like expressions I read about.
And that's at the end of the season. You can then go from your season server, move the character over onto a main server, and you've obviously got all the gear and silver. No, that makes sense.
Manners.
Oops. Did I say that out loud? I'll just go sit in my head in a cauldron and die now.
I'll be honest, I'm planning on taking a fairly relaxed way of doing this anyway. If people just take me out, I'm going to just swap servers and see how things go. Now, within just a second, I'll be back in a moment. That me dog had just wanted to let him back in, that was all. Okay, the infinite potions. I remember last time I was playing it, a lot of people were talking about the infinite potions and how good they were and that they were almost essential. I know I had started grinding for them. I only got one of the potion pieces. So yeah, I think I got quite a way to go on that.
Sure you didn't just confuse me for Florence?
There's loads of grinds. I think they're like the potion pieces. There's the infinite HP and mana potions. I think there's one for Merchant Ring. I watch Blade quite a lot. I don't know if you watch. So they made those easier, have they? I'll have to look up that. Because it used to be, it was just a random drop, wasn't it? That was just really, really rare, and you had to collect a series of them and then put the pieces together. So have they just increased the frequency of the drops for those then? Okay. Right, so if you grind for a certain amount of time, you're just guaranteed to get it.
Got it.
I've received a summons from the Grand Chamberlain.
Right, okay, so a more frequent drop, you get 100 of them and you just instantly change them over, okay.
I'll be expecting fair tidings upon my return. Then easily I leave.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. So out of interest, what was it that brought you to this stream? Were you just browsing Black Desert streams and you just happened to see this one, or did you see it on social media or anything like that? It helps me. I'm brand new to streaming, so it's good to try and understand where people are coming from. And if you've got any feedback, greatly receive it. It'd probably help if I moved my monitor over there, so I was actually looking at the camera more frequently. I'm aware I keep doing that, but obviously my chat's on this screen, which is might move that.
I hate to ask for a favor already.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you've certainly come to the right place. There's no good people here. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I watch BDO quite a lot. I'm a huge fan of Blade. I sometimes watch Mers as well, Chobi. So I watch a lot of Black Desert, certainly more than I play. But you are right. Obviously everyone out there is endgame. Really, that I've been watching. It's very rare you see this sort of thing. That's part of what appealed to me. But at the same time, I was looking for videos on YouTube as well as to, starting the game again now in 2023. So I thought maybe I could put something along those lines together again. There's a lot of things out there that are, the game's brilliant in 2023 started, but that doesn't really help. It's not something that people can follow through and to understand that progression of the path. So that's my aim. Ultimately, this account will only be played on stream. So that's my plan. Is to do the whole thing free to play, certainly from now until I've gone through to further in the game. I'm not saying I won't buy some of the packages when it gets further on, but this is trying to put together what will be the experience for someone who is just brand new into this game. From having bought the base version. I hope it's something a bit different. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you continue to enjoy it, and maybe it'll attract other people as well. I'm not sure. But no, it's great that's the reason you dived into this stream. That's really good to hear. It shows that at least it's appealed to one person, if nothing else.
Papa said you needed help, but what's a couple of hours? Or why don't we take a short walk over to the church? See that bell tower over there? Why don't you go on ahead? I need to touch up my face for church.
So out of interest, other than the no, that's great. I really hope you do. It'd be nice to see you drop in. Other than the audio issues, I hope they're a little bit better now. Is there any other comments you've got on stream? That would be really good to hear. I have only just set up this streaming setup. I hope the video quality is all right. I'm not dropping any frames on my side of things, which is quite good, but I don't necessarily know that the quality is going to be there. So that any feedback on that side of things would be helpful as well, or anything else. If you've got any comments on the setup or the way things you'd like to see me do, things that you think would be helpful for new players, things like that. Obviously, you guys and the people like you dropping into the chat, giving me additional information is really helpful for me. Hopefully, will be helpful for other viewers who will see this going forward as well. Yeah, the game being a marathon, that is definitely something that that everyone says. Yeah.
You've likely not ever set foot in the desert, nor heard tale.
Oh right, okay. So that sounds like it's video skipping frames rather than network. Okay, I will see what I can do about that. I'll probably not be able to fix that for this stream. My guess would be I'll just need to reduce the quality of the game just a little bit. Okay, as long as it's not really terrible, I'll not fix it now, but I'll take a look at it afterwards. Like I say, it's likely to be because I'm using the same video card for both playing the game and for streaming, so I'll probably just look at tweaking the game sets a little bit to bring those down. But yeah, I'll certainly not do it now. Yeah, cool, thanks for that.
Sown like so many seeds beneath the sands that span from Calvion to Valencia.
It's so amazing, all these bits that I'm going through now. I don't remember them from the first time I played through. I'm assuming that this is all part of the new story that's brought in there. It was like I say before, just a series of fetch quests. It's really good that they've brought this in. It adds so much depth. The voice acting as well, that wasn't there before. So yeah, it's really nice to see. They've done a cracking job with the game. I've always heard good things about Bartali Bits, from watching the other streamers on it as to how much they've improved the game since when it first came out. And certainly, when it was ran by Cacao Games back in the day. So yeah, it seems like people are much more impressed with BDO these days than they have been historically. I think they're probably just trying to appeal to the Western audience a little bit more.
There you are. Shall we sit together?
It is really polished, yeah. It's really good to see the difference they've made. It's still, from what I understand, it's BDO at its core. It's still got that grindy MMO feel to it, which is great. That sort of Korean MMO grind to it, but at the same time, the story, I like a good story. And again, it does add that polish to it.
Shocking your alchemical studies again. I see. No surprises there. What does surprise me is how as a new man every time. Hello, I'm Florence, Eileen's twin sister. Father filled me in. I only came here to confirm my suspicions. Now listen here. The Black Spirit is biding its time, waiting until you're spent and exhausted. When you show the slightest sign of weakness, you will be under its control. for my sister? Well, it seems she's already lost interest in you. Don't dawdle here listlessly. Go find Chief Ego Bartali. He's known to treat adventurers with the utmost hospitality.
Okay, I am just going to duck off for a second. I'm just going to go and grab myself a coffee, and I will be back shortly. I understand if you want to go and duck into another stream, but if not, I'll see you in a minute. Up there, come back, we've got the coffee, so that should keep me going for another hour. Just pick my dice up. So when it is you're looking for video content on Twitch, are you after people grinding? Is that something that appeals to you, or are you looking for those people that are rolling the dice on tap, or what's the sort of content that you generally go for? I realise this is likely to be something a little bit different because there's not as many people streaming that are starting from scratch. Just out of interest as to what appeals to you.
There was a time when I too dreamt of becoming a great adventurer, and I would love to hear of your heroic encounter with Red Nose. But first, I must attend to a small matter requested of me by the Grand Chamberlain. How about you?
Alright, okay, is that that's something that you're interested in then? Is that just for you to try and relive those days? Are you getting a bit tired of the grind now, or what's the...
Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Okay, so have you played through the new storyline that's been updated, or is that something that you just find a bit of a chore now because you know obviously the direction the story's going? I know there's a load of new areas that have come out, the Mountain of Eternal Winter and things that have come out since I don't think I've ever played through that one. Is it just now that, even though they've filled in these extra gaps, they've got these extra cutscenes and things, you just know the story so well that it's just doesn't appeal?
Welcome to the Lunar Halo Inn, traveler. You can call me Islin. My husband said you could call me that.
7,000 quests completed. That is insane. How do you find out your number of quests you've completed? Is that something that's tracked somewhere?
In the cold light of society, you'll find that one over here just keeps to himself, smoking his pipe all day long. Never orders a thing, literally running on fumes he is. Oh, but the old man will win. Well, what do you have? Have a seat in bed under him right away.
Not sure what I should be doing here. I just need to order some food.
The old man will win. Well, what do you have? Have a seat in bed ordering roasted chicken salad. Top choice. It's so good you'll have dreams about it. Good. Take a seat over there. My husband's probably dying to see you. These are all for me to eat.
Hey, the adventure book progress, whereabouts is that? Is that in your character information? This game is just, like you say, it's just so in depth, it's unreal, isn't it? It's adventure log. Is that in character? Oh, you can type it. Right, okay. Oh, so these are all different logs you can collect, are they? Right, okay. Yeah, I've not got any of this. Okay.
These leaders talkative as ever.
Yeah, I saw that one. You picked up. They're available from a certain level and things. Yeah, so I've got a bit of work to do before I pick those things up.
Finally. I've been looking forward to dining together and hearing the wealth of stories you have to tell. First, tell me of Red Nose. Tell me everything, theatrics and all.
I'm just trying to leave the voice acting bits to play through just because I'm probably going to turn these into YouTube videos as well, so I do apologise and I'm not just skipping through all the dialogue too quickly.
Tracking Red Nose down. I heard that one. Quite the smart piece. I hope to see her in town someday. But however did Red Nose become legal?
Yeah, I will do more. It's one of those things, it just takes so long, and it's like you say, it's exactly as you said before, it's a marathon, not a sprint on this game, so. No, not a problem at all. It's always good to pick these things up. I will have a look in a second with the pressing arrow and looking down the left bit in a second and just go through this bit.
No idea what that matters. If only I was younger, I'd need just to wave my finger to teach him a lesson. Frustrating gold. Times like this. Your grand journey is still underway, and arduous times are yet to come. Dig deep and shout this out with the skill. Oh! Then some. Have you been quenching your thirst while your old things dry?
Me, they just have time with that. Celebrate our defeat of Red Nose! Cheers! And yet to think, Blackstone
Oh, hi Snot guys, it's good to see you back.
brings me back to the days when there were yet hairs on your head.
It's always nice to hear.
And it's all gone in an instant. But I too must take the great destiny.
This is your first time here, right? It's quite the tale. 10 years past, in a distant desert, a sudden strange phenomenon occurred. Around the sand, track lies the ruins of history. Once
It is crazy how much additional dialogue they put in here. I remember just the last time I played this, I'm fairly sure you just had to drop into the pub to pick something up and you left again, you know, there's all this debate about it. It's good. So much more depth to it now.
Be present as the year 286.
Nostalgia serves as the greatest drive in Twilight gives of senile. And yet,
Never thought I'd see the day when Igor the Adventurer was properly domesticated. The thing
I may not look it now, but I was indeed quite the adventurer in my day. People would travel far and wide to consult with me on matters of history.
Look at the stone spider mounting his carapace to the stone-back crab. Like he's forgotten his speech. And on my honor, I swear on that day I clearly saw it. A shining star fall into the hills of the forest of Sevilla.
That nonsense again. Give it a rest, my dear friend. No one found
I promise you, before my dying breath, I shall uncover.
This stuff is great.
surprising the number of extra cutscenes and things they put in.
Shave my beard. You know how many years I spent whacking those scarecrows?
Oh, the puppy's down there. I don't know if my camera lead is long enough to be able to show you.
Here as well. Of course. I have to lay down my honor sometimes.
Did you see her on that?
Yes, indeed. It's been some time. Care to hear of my travels to Valencia?
Don't know if you saw that or not. I'll have to get a longer lead. Maybe a doggo cam. It's another puppy-shaped lump. Honestly, she's there. Look. She's here. Look.
Oh, good. Adventurer, you're awake.
And everything. Just warming herself by the radiator. I think I need to get a second camera down there. I think if I replaced myself with the puppy, I think we'd probably get a lot more viewers on there. Very fancy dog. As you can see, still there. That's ultimately why people come to my stream, is to just look at the dog. Good plan.
You should go thank him for taking care of you. Maybe apologize for doing his
See, that's what I need. I need a dog cam. The way forward. It's the future. Dogs are great and much better than cats. I don't think I'd be watching a cat streamer. 4 dogs. Wow. What dogs have you got?
Let's be off. We're going to overcome the black spirit together. Her name is Emma. Emma Bartali. Yes, the chief's granddaughter. You could say she's the princess of the town. Ever since she was little, Emma would often have nightmares, but it's grown worse. Now, a dark figure has begun to invade her mind.
Oh, 4 Dobermans. Nice dogs. No, we've just got this one little pointer. I'm going to get you to come up on my knee so people can see you. Come on up.
Poor Emma. She's the only person who's
Just got this little monster here.
I must find a way to rid her of her vile infestation.
You saying hello to all viewers? Hello. This is my... No, not on the microphone. Run down. Run down. Run down. That's it now. She's bored of streaming. She's gone off. Bear with me just a second. She's now decided. Now I've made her get up. She's decided she wants to go out. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. See you again soon. If you've gone out for a smoke, that's fine. I'll be getting up again in a minute to let the dog back in, as she'll decide it's far too cold out there. See all her fans out in the garden. It's probably true.
I'm counting on you to get close to her heart. Here, 150 years have passed since the fall of the Kingdom of Kron. Yet, House grave robbers have once again stolen Roi Bartali III's treasure, a piece of heaven. The chief may seem like he just enjoys drinking with adventurers all
Fancy dog.
he really cares about the town.
She's a very fancy dog.
He gave me a place to set up my own shop, and he's serious about restoring the Bartali name.
I think I need to get one of those Twitch integrations that puts the chat on the screen, because when this is clipped to YouTube,
restore their ashes.
People are going to be
Also
very
involved
intrigued
with
by the dog conversations, I think.
like that. Teaming with crumbs, go ahead and take the path near the church.
It will make people come back for more, I've no doubt.
Then join you.
Do you? It's just so hard to know though, isn't it? Because I'm planning on turning this into a bit of a YouTube series, introduction to BDO in 2023, the changes that have been made, how the story's progressed. As it used to be, all just grind, and there's a lot more story to it now. But it's going to be difficult when I'm having these interactions, and obviously that's just going to be posted as a YouTube video with no context, because they'll only hear my side of the conversations. Reading out the messages, that's actually quite a good idea, yeah. So when I'm talking, I could just point out that what I'm responding to is the fact that people don't generally like the chat on screen, but it's much better if you just read out the messages and respond to that. That could work. That's more training for myself, I think, than it is perhaps a plugin that we can just get that will do it for me. Okay, another inventory slot, always good. Probably worth me popping the combat XPs back on, even though I'm just doing quests. Quite a lot of these quests do give me combat XP. That one gives me health XP as well, so we'll drop that up. Okay, we're wedged on the door.
I'm trying and wonderful. A blacksmith with patience.
Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, if you're playing in VR, you probably do need to see the chat, because otherwise you can't just read on the screen as I can. I have worked out though that I need to move the chat from that screen to one over there, because my camera's here. I'll move my camera over there, one or the other, because you all probably think I'm quite ignorant and not looking at you, but it's actually reading where the chat is. Does that bother people? I don't know if that bothers people. It's a lot to learn doing this. The technical side, quite good at the technical side. I hopefully have got that right now. There was a bit of a tweak with the sound earlier because the sound was slightly off, but the human aspect of it is very new. It's going to take a little bit of work, I think. It's one of those things like when you hear yourself on the radio, or when you've recorded yourself and your voice sounds very different. It's like that writ large, I think, with streaming.
Got peculiar taste, that's for sure. Most tourists would on your way there. Give my regards to my dear friend Richie, if you could. He's not been in this town too long.
I do sound normal, but you hear me sounding like this all the time, whether I'm on stream or not. Whereas when I hear me in my own head, I sound very different. Much better. It is. I'm sure most people understand what it sounds like when you've recorded your own voice and it sounds like a different person. I think that's perfectly normal. The reason I stop and start them every now and again is I'm recording them in MP4, and if there is a crash, MP4 doesn't tail the file out correctly, and so I lose the video, so I just stop and start them every now and again. VODs, go on, you're going to have to tell. Is that just reposting them on Twitch? I'm recording them locally because I am going to be putting together this this travel through the world of BDO as a new person in 2023 as a YouTube. Yeah, but fundamentally it's going to be on YouTube. Full stream, I'm not sure. Perhaps these initial ones where I'm going through the story will be. I will be clipping them down into smaller sections of the story, so I'll probably do one from the start of the story through to the Western Guard camp, maybe Western Guard camp through this valley a bit. So I will clip the story down into smaller sections. But ultimately, yeah, this is what I'm doing here is I've got a near fresh account. I have played on this account before, but I've got an account that I've played on a fair bit more. But this one is a new account, free to play, exactly what someone would experience playing BDO in 2023. Like I say, it will probably mostly be the whole thing. You will be the first sub on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I've got no videos on there at the moment, but it's really great to have you on there. I really do appreciate it. These are the things that are going to make a difference. Obviously, I've no doubt that YouTube and Twitch's algorithm will make a massive difference as to how many people you've got subbed or following. And at the same time, you know, most people, when they do drop into Twitch, they do look at the number of people that are in the stream. That's what makes these conversations happen, and that's what makes for an interactive stream. You know, the story is great. I have no doubt that I've no doubt. Have you got your nan on yours? That's fantastic. I don't think I've got my nan on any of mine. Yeah, the interaction, that's what makes a great stream, isn't it? You know, obviously BDO have created a fantastic they've created a fantastic game here, and it does have a lot of content, but people can play through that on their own. They don't come to a stream just for the story of the game. Obviously there's also the interaction that you have. Cool hedgehogs, that's for those that don't know, obviously me and Snockadillo do know each other in real life, and they know that on my other account I do have a cool hedgehog as one of my pets. On this account that I'm looking at here, I've just got these three now. The cuckoo pet, my recollection is I got that as a drop from Twitch, but I can't honestly be sure. I think I got the doggo from a quest. I think you get that one, and I honestly can't remember where the fluffy doggo came from. I'm pretty sure that will have been from either a Twitch drop or a code that was given out. So they're the only pets I've got on here. They're not called Dogman. I've got Doggo and I've got Fluffy Doggo. I've not gone on the naming convention on this one that I do with most of my games, which are the thing they are, man. I'm not great at names. I think that's fair to say. I think I'm willing to accept that I'm not great at naming things. Very poor.
Oh, Eileen, you've come with a new friend today.
I know that I may not be the brightest compared to my sister, but I'm not that foolish, you old man.
Perhaps I need to start a new theme for this account then, rather than just really poor Pokemon names. Dragon Man and things.
Everyone trusts Florence's shrewd nature will keep her safe. You, on the other hand, well, what brings you here?
Okay, enjoy Minecraft. I will talk to you again soon. Have a great time.
Richie? I wasn't aware he... Anyway, Richie's probably down below, sweeping and cleaning. Friendly warning for the newcomer.
I will be back in just a second. I'm just going to go and let the dog back in. Okay. Back you go.
Well, this isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Anything good here?
Okay, that's great. It's been great to have you with us. I'll probably only be streaming for maybe another half hour or so. Anyway, I will be dropping in again probably later today. I've not got a fixed streaming schedule yet. I probably need to get one. I will put that on the Twitch channel as soon as I've decided what that will be. But it's been great having you here. I hope to see you again soon. Brilliant if you can leave it open on another tab, because like you say, I probably will need your help. But yeah, enjoy the grind, and I will see you again soon. So I've got to find and defeat the real grave robber. I wasn't really listening, which doesn't help. You're there. Where is it you're grinding out of interest in BDO at the moment?
Oh, that was scary. I've never
Are you going for? Yeah, I'm assuming you've already got your potion pieces and things like that. So are you grinding for anything specific, or just for getting some cash together, looking to upgrade some weaponry or something?
I thought that Houtman had the easiest job in town, but that is clearly not the case.
Oh right, okay. I've heard of Sakurai. I've seen Blade grind there quite a few times. It's not a place that I've ever been in the game. It's probably a little bit further on than I've ever made it into the game. But no, that's good. What is it you're looking for from Sakurai?
Adventurer? What's this? A key! The Bartali crest is engraved on it. I'll ask Rich. Where is he? You don't think he's been hurt, do you?
Right, so it's chill grind spot, is it down there? It's not one I've ever done before. So I've watched people there, but I don't have a feel for the different levels of grind.
Thornwood Goddess, please keep Richie safe.
Alright, okay, is that just for going silver then? Is that what you do, is just a good cash return on silver per hour? Cool. It's just one of those that, you know, like the back of your hand now, then you can just grind there with largely, you know, brain turned off sort of thing, just run around and take out the mobs. Oh, okay, so you've got most of the treasures. Are there any that you are still looking for? Is there, you know, have you got the? I know the one that they all talk about as being the most difficult one to find, I think, is the merchant ring piece. Right, okay. Compass and merchant, yeah, merchant ring. Now, I think Blade. I don't know if you've seen Blade the streamer. Is from New Zealand, really great guy. I think he's currently trying to get his merchant ring. I think he's got most of the things. He spends a lot of time grinding for that one. Yeah, no, I don't recall. Is it something that helps with trading? I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's something that, yeah, like you say, it's really super end game. Yeah.
No, this is just.
What's all this commotion about? What did you cause?
Oh right, all that grinding for just 5% more silver on the marketplace. Oh right, okay. So I suppose, yeah, like you said, exactly as you say. With it being a marathon, the over the long run, it's a really massive thing. Because 5%, yeah, it's significant. A lot of hours. Exactly. You know, you've got to really. It's going to be one of the later things that you want to get for sure.
What? Another grey robber showed their ugly mug? That cowardly Richie was probably hiding again. I can't be everywhere all at once. An ossuary needs constant care. I'm bound to forget a thing or two. Age takes its toll. You'll see.
Huge. Yep. An extra 5 billion. You're not gonna sniff at that. I mean, I've got a little bit of silver on this account just from when I was playing before, but I don't think I've ever seen a billion, let alone getting an extra 5. Yeah, from those real big trades.
That's Eileen for you.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's going to be really important for me, because I'm going to be looking to get silver to buy things off the market. I'm not really an RNG fan. I'm not wanting to just tap things. I will do a bit of it here and there. It's you know, it can be fun at times, but it's certainly not going to be the way that I make my main gear. My main gear is by and large going to be bought, I'd have thought. Right, 60 billion per year more. Wow. Yeah, just from selling on the marketplace. That is huge. That is huge for sure.
Oh my. The grave robber could have hurt you, Eileen. Don't you ever do that again, even if it's for me.
But I still haven't found found clues to the nightmares that haunt you. This adventurer here is going through something similar. I'm sure of it.
No. I'm so thankful that you tried. I don't want anyone to be in danger.
Okay, the compass grind, I don't know that one so well. I'm assuming that is for a permanent compass in the desert rather than the ones you have that last for 24 hours. Is that right?
Hello. My name is Emma, daughter of Justin Bartali.
Hold on, Miss Emma. I'm sorry that I couldn't repay your kindness.
Right.
But look at this. My howls of terror must have shocked that grave robber into dropping it.
The script is kind of old, but I think I can read it. It appears to be someone's journal from the...
Oh right, okay, so you can use that to teleport. Is that like, does that have a cooldown on it, or is that just a permanent? You can dive around. Because I know that they brought in Magnus, something like that recently, haven't they? So where you can travel through wells. I think that's a thing that they've done soon. Is this like that then? So you can just drop to anywhere.
My poor, lonely Hannah, my dear niece, lovely and beautiful to the very end.
Oh right, so it's a per character cooldown. No, that's really powerful, isn't it?
The spring's courtship blossomed into summer romance, which bore fruit like autumn.
Yeah, that's huge. That's absolutely huge because the map is massive, even with a fast horse. You know, it's a long time to get across the map. I know that was one of the reasons that they brought in the teleporting through the wells thing. You know, the traveling through the wells thing was because people were you know, complaining that a lot of MMOs obviously have fast travel. And it's something that wasn't in BDO. You had to run from one side of the map to the other on a horse, and that takes quite a while. Yeah.
Only for the king to steal him away. Falling victim to an aged fool, the world came crashing down. But I shall remember Hannah forever. Even as I cleaned the nursing bottle she couldn't put up for a final time. It is another trace of sin left behind by my ancestor. How long shall I repent his sins to wash away the karma?
And I think that's a big part of it though. The treasure grinds, keeping people in. It's massively appealing for me, you know, because it's such a rare, unique item, you know, that takes all this time to get. That appeals to me hugely. It's a point to the grind. It's not just, oh, I get a bit more money to you know, buy this thing. It's something that is a really rare drop, and that's huge. Yeah, exactly. And I think you were saying earlier about taking it casually. You kind of have to. I think you're going to have to take the game casually if you are one of those really try-hards. Got to get everything in the game as quickly as you can. You are going to burn out. You know, I've watched streamers that are playing this game that have played it for years, and you know they're still just scratching the surface of a lot of the things that you can do. Evil Doers Harm, I don't know if you've seen him on the stream. Some of the life skilling things that he does, you know, they're again years worth of work to bring up the life skilling. It's such an in-depth game. And then they're dropping new content every year. You know, I think there's meant to be another area coming out, I think, this year as well, isn't there? I think it's going to be dropped in Korea first. But you know, they're still dropping expansions. It's huge.
To my sorry tale.
Yeah, I can understand that. I don't know if I'm going for the hard cap. I don't know whether that's, you know, I'm just in it for fun, for the vibes, as it were. You know, I'm not looking to be the tippity top of anything. I'm not a huge PvP fan. I like the PvE. I like crafting. I'm more than you know, gonna give the crafting and the life skilling a go.
In Crown Castle.
But at the same time, I like the grinding. The combat in BDO compared to most MMOs is fantastic. I'm not a fan of press 1 press 2 press 3. I've played a lot of MMOs before. They've always been my RPGs, especially have been my bag. But I do much prefer the combat of BDO. It's great.
Then, blackest smoke soon overtakes me. I flee and flee. Can no one save me? The crimson gaze. I can't escape thee.
Yeah, combat graphics, it's just fantastic, isn't it? You know, I know that they're using the same engine for the Crimson Desert that they're coming out with as well. I'm quite looking forward to playing that. I don't know what Pearl Abyss will do with with a single player RPG. It's going to be an interesting one to say. I know there are a lot of people who are hoping for the next Skyrim or something, but I'm not sure whether that's going to be the way it goes. But it's going to be really good to see. Really good to see. Because the combat, it's just a different world. It's just a different world from most RPGs out there. Oh, Archage 2, I've not heard much about it. I never really got into Archage, if I'm honest with you. It's one that's kind of passed me by. Is that another game you play, is it? Oh, right, okay. The graphics will be, right, I'll have to have a look at that. Have a look at that.
A sibling dreams who pushes me into Crown Castle. A man wearing a sheep's skull, surrounded by goblins.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Eileen, if we take action, it'll put my grandfather in a difficult position. I read the rescript that the Grand Chamberlain Jordine had sent not so long ago. Goblins that were driven away from the plains of Agris by the imps are now becoming more and more aggressive toward traders. And those goblins, they aren't on good terms with the rebel forces of Medea, who are occupying the Prawn Castle ruins. All this havoc may account for the Grand Chamberlain's foul mood.
Most dear to the Chief Emma.
Thanks, Eileen, you're right. We've got Grusha is a loyal protector of House Bartali. He's been keeping watch over...
Right, I think I'm going to take this moment to break for today. I possibly will be back on this evening. Like I say, I haven't got a stream schedule put together yet. I really hope to see you again, and I will put together a stream schedule and try and stick to that. We need to try and build the audience a little bit on that side of things. It was brilliant talking to you. I really do appreciate you dropping in. I understand, coming into a streamer that has not got a big following. It's a bit unusual, when people scroll down and see that person with one person following. It's very difficult to drop in there, but it's been really great to meet you, and I hope to see you again. Enjoy the grind, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks then, bye.